Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against BRYAN, and as you can see he has a very powerful looking team there, so it should definitely be another good one, and we're going to get right into it. So, looking at his team, I really wasn't sure what he was going to want to lead with. He definitely has a lot of solid choices, and he actually ends up leading with the Heatran, as I decided to lead with my Aggron, the Dragon Zord. So, of course, I am going to go straight for the Mega Evolution into Mega Aggron. And I'm kind of predicting him to want to go for the Stealth Rock here, but he actually goes for the Taunt instead, which was unfortunate because I actually went for the Stealth Rock, so not going to be able to do anything there after the Taunt, so nice play on his part. So this turn he's going to go for the switch directly into his Amoonguss, as I decided to switch out as well directly into my Lantern, good old Fish Bulb. So this turn I'm going to go for a Volt Switch just to get some chip damage and scout him out, see what he wants to do. Of course I do get the mandatory switch, so I'm going to come in with my Goodra Slimer, predicting the Spore on his end. I do have the Sap Sipper ability, so he does go for that, so not going to do anything to me because of that. And then he is going to regain some health with the Black Sludge. So this turn he's going to go for the switch, realizes there's nothing he can do to the Goodra with the Amoonguss, so he's going to come in with the Heatran once again. I actually went for the Sludge Bomb here, predicting a switch, but not into Heatran. So unfortunately I have to switch out here. There's really not much I can do to this thing with Goodra, so I'm going to come back in with my Lantern as he just takes this opportunity to go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on me. So this turn he is going to go for the switch yet again, directly back into his Amoonguss, trying to wall me off with that, probably predicting the water move. I did go for the Scald, so not going to do much of anything there. And then he is going to regain more health with the Black Sludge. So I'm just going to go for another Volt Switch this turn to get a little more chip damage, and of course the mandatory switch. So I am going to just come right back in with my Goodra to try and wall him off again. And I am going to take some damage from the rocks, as he does go for the Clear Smog this turn, which is not going to do much of anything to me. I am max special defense with an Assault Vest, and he is going to regain even more health from the Black Sludge. So I'm actually going to double switch him this turn, and switch in with my Aggron once again, predicting him to switch out into his Heatran again, as I do take some damage from the rocks, and he does switch out into the Heatran. Reason I did this is because I was thinking he would want to go for the Taunt again, which he does do, predicting the Stealth Rock on my side again. So I decided to go for the Earthquake this time to try and take him out. My plan did work. But unfortunately, to my surprise, he does survive that with like 1 health in the red. I am max physical attack, so he's probably max physical defense. But in any event, I am going to go for the switch here. I don't want to take an attack from this thing, so I'm going to come back in with my Lantern as he goes for the Magma Storm. So, not going to do a whole lot of damage, but he is going to trap me in with that and prevent me from switching out, and of course get residual damage at the end of each turn. So I'm going to regain some health with the Leftovers and take some damage from the Magma Storm. So he is going to go for the switch here with the Heatran directly back into his Amoonguss once again, as I just decided to go for the Volt Switch to get another pivot off. Not going to do much damage, but I do get the mandatory switch again, so I am going to come back in with the Aggron once again and take some damage from the rocks as he regains even more health with the Black Sludge. So I'm just going to take this opportunity this turn to go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on him, thinking he might not Spore, predicting a switch back into the Goodra on my side, but he does go for the Spore, which does put my Aggron to sleep, which is unfortunate, and then he is going to regain the rest of his health with the Black Sludge. So I'm going to go for a switch here. I don't want him to switch in with something else and start to set up on me, so I'm going to switch into my Lantern once again. He does go for the switch and come in with his Gyarados this time, and he's going to take some damage from the rocks as well, and I'm going to regain some health with the Leftovers. So he is going to go for a double switch this turn, doesn't want to take an attack from me, so he's going to come back in with the Heatran this time as fodder, because he is going to faint from the Stealth Rock damage there, dropping him down to 5 Pokemon, and I just went for a Volt Switch, so not going to do anything there. And I'm going to regain more health with the leftovers. So then he is going to come in with Charizard, and he is going to take half of his health from the Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to go for the Mega Evolution into Mega Charizard Y. And his Drought is going to activate to turn the Sunlight harsh. And here he's going to go for the Hidden Power. I'm guessing he was predicting a switch. I'm not sure what it is. I'm guessing probably Ice. Not going to do much damage to me, but I actually just stayed in and went for the Scald, which is going to take him into the red. But he does survive because the damage is weakened thanks to the intense sunlight. And I am going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So this turn he is just going to go straight for the Solar Beam. Because the sun is up, it doesn't have to charge. So he is going to hit me with that straight away. And unfortunately, that is enough to finish off my Lantern, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with my Machamp, John Cena. The champ is here, and I am going to take some damage from the Stealth Rock. And I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch here. I am max physical attack, so that is going to be enough to finish off the Charizard, dropping him down to 4 Pokemon. And I am going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then he's going to come in with Tapu Koko and take some damage from the rocks and get the Electric Surge to set the electric terrain on the battlefield. And I'm going to go for the switch here. I don't want to get taken out by this thing, so I'm going to switch back in with my Aggron and take some damage from the rocks. He's going to go for a Volt Switch here, which actually gets a crit, which is going to be enough to take my Aggron out, unfortunately, dropping me down to 4 Pokemon. And he does get the mandatory switch, so he is going to come back in with the Gyarados off of that and take more damage from the rocks. So then I'm going to come in with my Alakazam, Mustachio, and I am going to outspeed this thing. I am just going to go straight for a Psychic. And fortunately, that is enough damage to take out the Gyarados and drop him down to 3 Pokemon. And that is going to be it for the Sunlight. So then he's going to come in with Greninja and take some damage from the rocks. And he is going to outspeed me here. He's going to go straight for the Dark Pulse. The Protein is going to change him into a Mono Dark type. And that is going to drop me all the way down to my Focus Sash, but I do survive because of it. And I am going to fire off an Energy Ball in return. And I actually get a crit here, so that is going to be enough to one-shot kill the Greninja, dropping him down to 2 Pokemon, so that worked out pretty well for me. So then he's going to come back in with Tapu Koko and take some more damage from the rocks. And he is going to outspeed me here, unfortunately. He is just going to go straight for a U-turn, which is going to be more than enough to finish off my Alakazam, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon. And of course he does get the mandatory switch, so he is going to come back in with the Amoonguss and take some more damage from the rocks, and then regain some more health from the Black Sludge. So then I'm going to come in with my Talonflame, Captain Falcon, and I am going to lose half my health to the Stealth Rock, but that's okay. I am just going to go straight for a Flare Blitz here. I am Choice Banded, max attack, so that is going to be enough to one-shot kill the Amoonguss and drop him down to just 1 Pokemon, and I am just barely going to survive the recoil damage there with 9 health, and that is it for the electric terrain. So finally he is going to come back in with Tapu Koko and take more damage from the rocks and get the Electric Surge once again to set the electric terrain on the battlefield. And he is going to outspeed me here and go for the Volt Switch, which is going to be more than enough to finish off my Talonflame, dropping me down to 2 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with my Goodra and take more damage from the rocks. So he is going to outspeed me, obviously. He is going to go for the Dazzling Gleam to get as much damage as possible. I am going to be able to survive that with about 1/3 of my health and fire off a Sludge Bomb in return, which is going to be enough to take out the Tapu Koko, and that is game. So I won that one. 2-0 against Brian, but that was a very good game. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.